Good morning, Jay. How are you doing this morning?
I am doing very good, and I am ready to translate this morning from and into Russian this episode of J3 Unscripted, because our guest is Alexei Turchin. He is a scientist from Moscow, Russia, and he's the author of Immortality Roadmap Chart.
Wow.
Yes.
This sounds like it's going to be one of our more interesting episodes.
I think so. Hi, Alexei. Welcome to this episode of J3 Unscripted podcast.
Добрый день, уважаемые слушатели. Я Алексей Турчин из Москвы. И вот сегодня поговорим про карту пути достижения бессмертия.
I thought that what could be more important than immortality? I had to have an interview with you to find out more.
С удовольствием расскажу вам о моем проекте описания пути достижения бессмертия, который представлен на этом сайте.
I'll gladly tell you about my project of the way to achieve immortality that I have described on my website. Alexei, before we can achieve immortality, we need to understand how to increase longevity. My understanding of the stage of the scientific advancement in the area of longevity is that we don't know how to significantly increase longevity. Do you agree with this?
Разные ученые придерживаются разных точек зрения, но...
So, at this time, different scientists have different opinions about this issue. Jay, would you like to ask a question to Alexei?
Sure. So let me preface this by saying that the subject of immortality is one that has always intrigued me. My question is this. So I noticed that on your chart for the path to immortality, there's a dollar amount attached to each of the plans. Is immortality ultimately, can we call it, let's just say, a toy, only achievable based on economic status? And will the result be you have groups of immortal haves and have-nots?
Алексей, на вашей диаграмме есть количество в деньгах, которое...
Нет. В будущем все виды бессмертия подешевеют и станут доступны каждому, подобно тому, как у каждого есть сотовый телефон.
So no, in the future, the price of immortality will get less expensive as everyone will have a cellular phone. Can you explain that, Alexei, how that works? Вы можете объяснить, как это работает с телефоном?
Я имел в виду, что сотовые телефоны раньше принадлежали только богатым, а сейчас они есть у каждого за счет, потому что...
It's a metaphor. So as technologies with time get less expensive, such as with the cell phone, the cost of immortality as well will become less expensive.
I see. So in other words, as the same way you have a drop in the price of everyday technologies that we use, you'll also see a drop in the cost of immortality. Now, when he says a drop in the cost, are we talking about the drop in the cost of the technologies used? For example, the nanobot technology?
Именно, да. Во-первых, падение цен на технологии, а во-вторых, любая медицинская технология должна...
So the prices will fall not just on the technologies, but also on the way we test new technologies. So with in the future, it'll be less expensive to do testing, so that will reduce the overall cost of new technology.
Что любая медицинская технология должна тестироваться на большом количестве людей, чтобы ее одобрили регуляторы.
Okay, so any medical technology has to be tested on a large number of people to be approved by the approving organizations. So that will get less expensive because in the future, technology will replace I understand technology will replace the governing bodies such as the FDA. Alexei, in the roadmap towards immortality, the artificial intelligence is the key to every milestone on the roadmap, from medical research to medical nanotechnology. According to your roadmap, by 2025, we should have micro robots in the blood that run on artificial intelligence, and they will monitor any health issues and fix them. Do you believe that today we are that close in artificial intelligence and in nanotechnology that it's a realistic date?
Нет, я думаю, что реальную дату надо сдвинуть примерно лет на 10.
I think that the realistic date should be shifted up about 10 years.
Нанороботы уже разрабатываются на основании ДНК оригами, но в них еще нет искусственного интеллекта.
So nanorobots are being developed already. However, they don't have artificial intelligence in them yet.
So, yeah, that sounds interesting. So my assumption would be that the AI technology would be able to work with the current medical technology in order to fix those or to repair deficits in the candidates.
Да, он абсолютно прав, и нужен синтез между...
Jay, you are absolutely correct. What is needed is that and the synthesis between nanotechnology and the artificial intelligence.
Very interesting, very interesting.
Alexei, I see that in the roadmap, we will have a wonderful invention such as the artificial intelligence physician. By 2025, this will be able to diagnose illnesses for us without seeing a human doctor. Then a personal physician inside the human body is going to be available in another 5 years. So by 2030, we will have an artificial immune system. Can you explain what that means?
Уже сейчас в моем телефоне есть программа, которая...
So already in my phone there's an application that measures blood pressure through video.
Да. И другие параметры организма.
And other parameters of the human body.
И я думаю, что через 5 лет такие приложения смогут диагностировать некоторые заболевания.
And I think that in 5 years, applications like that will be able to diagnose disease.
Не все заболевания, но некоторые.
Not all of the diseases, but some of them.
И в сложных случаях можно соединиться с врачом по телемедицине, то есть по скайпу.
So, and meanwhile, for now, you can connect to a doctor through Skype. Alexei, there is one invention on the Immortality roadmap that is personal to me. My father had a brain injury at work and then spent 10 years in a coma before he died. I see neuroprosthesis, which replaces a part of the brain by 2030. I hope so, but some doctors say that we don't even understand how the brain works right now, and they dismiss the idea. What is your opinion about it?
Уже были эксперименты по замене фрагмента мозга у крысы.
At this time, there have already been experiments that have replaced part of the brain in a rat.
И Илон Маск движется в этом направлении со своим проектом Neuralink.
Elon Musk is moving ahead in this area with his Neuralink project.
Мозг очень сложен, и пока дата 2030 предварительная.
The brain is indeed a complex organ, and the date 2030 is might be a bit early.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, I saw the video of the monkey on the web from the Neuralink project. How a monkey was able to play a game because she had a device implanted in the brain, and she was able to play the game just by thinking about it.
Да, я тоже видел это замечательное видео, и я надеюсь, что...
Yes, I saw that video as well, and I hope that soon patients will be able to use that technology.
Но кома – это более серьезное заболевание мозга, и пока мы не знаем, как человека вывести из глубокой комы.
So coma is a serious disease, and at this time we don't know how to take a person out of this condition.
So in the book series Altered Carbon, author Richard K. Morgan describes a dystopian world where immortality is attained through the digitization of human consciousness, which can be then injected into any body, any particular body, which they call sleeves. The socioeconomic outcomes are that rich people are able to afford the best actual flesh and blood bodies as sleeves, and the poor are only able to afford mechanical bodies at best, hybrids at worst. Are you familiar with this work? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Да, я смотрел сериал на основании.
Yes, I have watched a series based on Richard Morgan's book.
И мое мнение, что одна и та же история повторяется все время, что произведения искусства изображают бессмертие плохим.
And my impression is that they always portray science in the worst light.
Что бессмертие во всех книгах изображается плохим.
That in all the books, the immortality is portrayed as a bad thing.
И сюжеты почти всегда одинаковые.
And the story is always almost the same.
И причина в этом нечто вроде стокгольмского синдрома.
And it always looks like Stockholm syndrome.
Мы все как в заложниках у смерти, и поэтому мы вынуждены ее оправдывать.
We are all hostages of immortality?
Of death. No.
We're all hostages of death. Thank you.
И мы ее оправдываем.
And we have to justify it.
И поэтому все книги изображают бессмертие плохим.
And that's why the books make immortality look bad.
И видоизмененный углерод Это один из примеров.
And altered carbon is one of the examples.
All right. That pretty much gives us his take on that particular book and series.
Alexei, the Immortality Roadmap tells us that complete immortality can be achieved by the year 2100. So in the meantime, the Immortality Roadmap suggests either cryonics, freezing the body till the artificial intelligence solution on reviving comes along, or digital immortality as a last result. So I understand that digital immortality for me would be taking my DNA, my pictures, my videos, and recordings of all my podcast episodes, my IQ, my psychological test, my social networking posts, and then waiting one day till artificial intelligence will be able to create a digital recreation of me. Is this correct?
Да, все верно. И для того, чтобы цифровая версия была наиболее точной, важно сохранять.
Yes, that is correct. And to be more exact, to do the more correct way, one should follow the protocols of creating digital, of recording digital information. Alexei, what do you mean by protocols?
Это это набор инструкций, как информацию из памяти перенести на цифровые носители.
So this is a set of instructions of how to transfer the information from memory to digital form.
Да. И он включает ведение дневников, написание мемуаров и тесты.
That includes memoirs, diaries, and tests. Alexei, with immortality, you would live with your parents, children, and their children forever. You know, with my mother-in-law living with me forever, I'm not sure I want immortality.
Но не обязательно жить в одном доме вечно.
You don't have to live with your mother-in-law forever.
In one house. Да.
In the same house.
Да. В одном доме. И каждый будет эволюционировать, и бессмертие — это про неограниченную эволюцию.
Everyone will evolve, and immortality is about unlimited evolution.
И ваша теща станет гораздо лучше.
And your mother-in-law will get better and better.
Well, we certainly hope that that's the case.
Well, thank you, Alexei. Thank you for joining us for this episode of J3 Unscripted Podcast. And happy birthday to your daughter.
Yep, happy birthday.
May I wish immortality to you and to all our listeners.
Спасибо. Я тоже желаю бессмертия всем слушателям, всем жителям Земли.
Thank you, and I also wish immortality to all your listeners and to all people on Earth. Our listeners, if you want to hear other interesting episodes of J3 Unscripted, do subscribe to our YouTube channel.